All right, what's going on, fellas? So finally, after almost a year, wrapping it up. That epic purchase that I made. Well, okay. Last year's been a little bit financially difficult, aka the story of every working class American's life at the moment. Okay, well, all right. Not gonna go too much in that, but I mean, as much as I kind of regret the purchase, I don't because it helped me finally come back on here. It had been a while, obviously. And then I messed that up even more. I, kind of got caught up in, just basically hardly ever being at home because I was always working. I don't know really how else to say it. So finally caught a break, taking full advantage, wrapping this up. Promise is a promise. Gonna take care of you guys. So, the final review of that epic purchase. I know y'all still remember, and if you don't, obviously the video is on my channel. But the last one, the OTF Karambit. This actually has the distinction of being a knife that you could specifically purchase a left or right hand version for, as opposed to the CTK ones, or well, yeah, I mean the CTK ones I bought, 22 of them obviously. On those, all you have to do is unscrew the glass breaker and reverse the clip if you wish to do that. This particular knife, you actually can choose left hand or right hand. Once again, this falls under, I've never owned a Karambit before. I was a little initially hesitant to get it because, well, A, they're about $50 more expensive than the CTK ones. And second off, not quite as much blade. 2.75 inch blade. The handle itself, I believe, is 5.8, 5.9 inches. Just, I really wasn't sure. It's like, I'm spending $50 more on a blade that's about an inch shorter than the CTK ones. But once again, the very design, combined with the fact that I never owned a Karambit before, it fell under the, the category of gotta get it. Excuse me. So with that in mind, one thing that I feel is just worth noting is this is a completely different... The handle feels a little bit lighter. I think the handles might be aluminum. Sorry, I know I should have, checked the information to be more definitive on my statements, but they feel a little lighter, and every once in a while... Hold on a second. I've actually had a few... This one in particular, I've had a few misfire incidents with... Oh, there we go. You got to be very careful in the manner that you open and close it. Otherwise, you'll get this action right here. Real easy fix, by the way. I might have covered this in other videos. This will... This happens when you open it while I'm going to go ahead and venture a guess that this will happen. You will get a misfire if you open the knife while your hand is still in motion. Hand still, boom. But when you, let's just say you're moving your hand and, see, like, I'm guessing something's going on in there that, I don't really know the design too well, but, yeah, when you're moving your hand around a lot, you risk having a misfire like this. Little something to just remember. If you're in a situation where you have to open immediately. But, well, okay. Got to choose my words a little more carefully when I say stuff like that. But y'all know what I mean. But, yeah, this is actually very unique. It's to me, this is something that's a little bit safer to hand to someone deployed. Like with the other one, you kind of have to snap it open and then flip it over, hand it by the handle. This one, you could just the button is actually it's towards the bottom of the blade, which means that the opening and closing will, it's really if you're not used to the knife going, if you're used to the knife coming out on top as opposed to below, like like this, it might take a little getting used to. You can't really, you see when I do this, it's handle, the button is right here, so even then you'd have to kind of, that's a little awkward right there. And then to and then to close, it's even more awkward. Just can't do it. So nonetheless, I really like the design. It's my first my first OTF Karambit, pretty much my first Karambit altogether. A little more on the pricey side at I believe $180 or so before tax, but nonetheless, it's a good knife. It is sharp. I have in fact already. I forget what happened. I think. Yeah, well, I don't know what happened, that I had the knife already opened. It slipped, and of course, sliced my finger, and it was a pretty substantial cut. Like, the blade, it feels a little bit lighter than the blades on the CTK1, but make no mistake, I mean, this is actually a very sharp blade. This is pretty sharp. Just let me see if I could, hold on a second. Yeah, this is actually, I mean, that's sharp. It's just not to be played with. So that is pretty much the final review for the infamous Cobratec purchase that I made just a little under a year ago. Excuse me. And really, that's cats love wadded up papers for some reason. My other cat heard me doing this, and now she is just off screen, just looking at me, waiting for me to throw this. Okay. All right, get ready for a laugh, guys. Cat thought she was going to chase right after it. I guess not. It's my baby Mallory, by the way. If you've been following me for a while, you know her. You already know her story. Big girl now. All right. Well, I guess that just about wraps it up for the OTF Karambit by Cobratec, and that's all I got to say about that. Peace out, fellas.